Okay, so what I want to share with you guys today is your first 30 days at Mentorship Masters. Now, I'm fully aware that some of you guys that are watching me right now, let me adjust my mic here a little. Some of you guys that are watching me or streaming in have been at Mentorship Masters for more than 30 days. But there's such a candy store here at Mentorship Masters that you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of everything that you have access to. And so it really kicks off with the first 30 days. So whether you've been here, whether you're checking out Mentorship Masters, maybe you're not here yet, maybe you're watching this on YouTube, or maybe you were already here and you're like, hey, I need to go back and do my first 30 days, or you just started out with Mentorship Masters. This video is for you because it's going to help you go through your first 30 days. I know there's a lot of information out there, and it can be very, very confusing, okay? And confusion leads to distraction, and then we don't do anything. The other thing I want to mention is that there is another video that I created called The Orientation. It's the Mentorship Masters Orientation. So that's another video that you want to go watch if you haven't already watched it. That video is really, it's not just your first 30 days. That one's really not the first 30 days, but it's all about orientating you to everything that you have available at Mentorship Masters. That's the orientation video. The other video I want you to watch is the top 10 benefits of Mentorship Masters, because many of you that are masters don't even know all the benefits that you have because it gets overwhelming. There's so much stuff. So I want to simplify that for you today. So let's jump right into the presentation. Let me see. I got it up here. All right. So this is your first 30 days at Mentorship Masters. All right. Now, before we begin, I want to just welcome some of our new members. We've got Eric Garris, we've got Christy Hobson, and Eric came on. He joined under me. Christy Hobson joined under Julie Green. We have Roger Parsons, Tiffany, and Angela. Now, there's some other members of some of you guys that have joined since this last week or so. So you're going to be recognized next week. Don't worry. We're going to recognize you guys as well. So look at this, our top producers. Man, these are the top producers who are capping right here at EXP. You guys are doing absolutely phenomenal. And this is like the race to cap. So we've got some that are almost, coming into the cap status. So we high five, we applaud you guys. Once you get to cap, you're at 100% commission. Yay, we all like that. So we also have our ambassadors program. I have a whole video, a whole training on nothing but our Mentorship Masters Ambassadors program. So if you haven't, if you're not familiar with it, go back and watch that video about the Ambassadors program because it's phenomenal, okay? Just remember that you've got Chris Capistrano that you can reach out to. He's on my team. He is dedicated to the Mentorship Masters. That's his contact information. And just real quick on the Ambassadors program, you become a Mentorship Masters ambassador after you attract your first agent. We're trying to grow the group. We want this family to grow, okay? And there's 5 tiers. There's tier number 1 is what we call basic. Then you get into bronze with 5 or more. With silver, it's 10 or more. Gold is 20 or more. And then legend is 40 or more. So local ambassadors, we collaborate and unite. We host local area monthly events. We also assist our local masters. So if you got other masters in your area, you are rising up to leadership and you're helping those masters to become better as well. And then the other thing that you have is you're prominently featured on the ambassadors website. We're working on the website now and we're doing the finishing touches. So we should be rolling that out very, very soon. And the whole purpose of that is really all about getting you some more referrals, okay? I've helped tens of thousands of real estate agents all across the country, and we want to leverage that. Even though they're not yet here at Mentorship Masters, they can refer you if they're in San Diego. I got a great referral from San Diego the other day. They might be in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It doesn't matter. They can still refer business to our Mentorship Masters, even though they haven't joined us yet, okay? So that's going to be a big cry that I'm going to be pushing out. And this is the same thing that you see with a lot of the teams that have, and that's another thing I want to mention to you guys. You can leverage the Knolly name, okay? Leverage the Knolly name. Just say, hey, I've partnered with best-selling author Knolly Williams. You know, he sold over 1,000 homes his first 10 years. I use his system. And if you refer to me, Knolly will personally help me with this deal if we get stuck. Oh, really? Yeah, he'll personally help me. So always piggyback, leverage what you have. You've got me, so leverage it. So let's talk about the first 30 days here at Mentorship Masters. To do that, I'm going to go to, I'm actually going to log into the portal. And I talked to you guys a lot about the portal, and some of you guys don't go here often enough. Some of you guys probably get in here maybe too much. You're constantly learning, but it's all about doing. So you log into the portal. If you don't have your login credentials, or you got stuck, or you can't figure out what they are, don't worry about it. Reach out to Chris. He'll help you. By the way, Chris's information is right here. You can see it right here at the top. And that's Chris Capistrano on my team. Chris will be able to reach out, help you. You can click on support, that button right there, and it'll automatically open up an email for Chris as well. So you'll never be without help. Don't get stuck, guys. We're here to help you. So when you get into the portal, you'll notice that there's a lot of stuff. And I know one of the things that Rebecca and several others of you have mentioned to me is that we need to come up with some kind of a curriculum, okay? Like something that walks you through and says, okay, here's what you do first. Here's what you do next. Here's what you do next. That's coming, guys. I realize that we need that, because when I first put this portal together, it didn't have so much content. Now there's just tons and tons and tons of great content. But again, if you do the right things in the wrong order, you're not going to achieve the success that you want. So, but just so you know, the portal has all this content. So if you're looking for something, or you have a question around something, the chances are it's in the portal, okay? It's here. But going back to your first 30 days. So you're going to see at the very top, there's a tab called your first 30 days checklist, okay? And that's there to guide you when you've just come on, or you haven't done this yet, you've been here for a while. What am I supposed to do first? Okay, because there's a lot of stuff, especially when you first join EXP. You're gonna get 100 emails, and we're working on that too at EXP to make sure that that's streamlined. But it is overwhelming at first, so that's why we came up with this first 30 days. So just walking through it, I'm going to walk you guys through it, and then I'm going to answer any questions that you guys have. I can already see some of you guys are putting questions out there in the chat. So there's a quick start video. I put this together just to welcome you to the group. There's also another short video here. Now, by the way, when you're watching this right now, I'm showing you what's in here as of today. But remember, this portal is always being upgraded, updated, and enhanced. So in the future, it might look a little different than what you're seeing here. But we're going to try to keep it as similar as possible. But we might swap out some of these videos if they become obsolete, or if we improve. Because my thing is, I don't want to ever take away. Have you ever been to a company and they promise you this, and they promise you that, and they promise you that, and then they start taking stuff away? Oh yeah, we promise we give you that, but no, now we're going to have to change it because we can't sustain that. No. We want to add things to you. We want to be the value proposition that keeps giving. It's like, Knolly, you said I was only going to get this, but I'm actually getting all this. Yeah, we didn't tell you about all that because we're constantly adding more and more things to our value proposition. Why? Because we know that it's more important to retain a master than it is to attract a new master. Let me say it again. It's more important for me to retain the masters that I have than to attract new masters. Okay. If more people would just focus on retention, the game would become much easier. Same thing in your, working with your clients. Okay. So there's a couple videos. There's going to be a welcome letter from me. And then there's going to be a benefits manual that you can download. Now, this manual is constantly being updated. So you can click, when you click on that manual, it's going to automatically open that for you in Dropbox to where you can get access to it immediately. Okay. So everything's happening right away for you. Let me go back to where I was. Okay, so you want to make sure that you read that manual. By the way, the manual is also available on Amazon. Okay, so if you go to, let me just show you. Bring my toolbar down. So, okay, so you go to Amazon and you can find it. It's Prime shipping. Mentorship Masters Knolly. There it is right there, $3.97. And you could actually have this sent to your home, okay, for $3.97. They'll send you. So sometimes sometimes you guys want to order extras of these so you actually can have the physical book. Trying to see if I have one.
We're not seeing your browser for some reason, Ollie. All we're seeing is the PowerPoint.
Oh, you're not seeing my browser? Okay, good. I'm glad you told me, Eric. Thank you. Let me change it. You guys got to let Uncle Nolly know what's going on here. All right. Thank you, Eric. Love you.
You're
All
welcome.
right. Now we're in the house. Appreciate it, buddy. All right. Okay. Yeah. So this is what I was kind of pointing to. You know, I'm here in the portal, and it's super easy to jump into this portal. Again, if you have any questions, this is Chris's contact information right here. You click on this little support button. It'll open up an email where you can email directly with Chris. Okay. So everything's right there. You don't have to be in the dark. His phone number is there as well. And if he doesn't know the answer to something, he will reach out to me and we'll get you squared away. Okay. So what you want to click on is this link right here where it says your first 30 days checklist. Okay. So, all right, cool. So if you keep going through here, you'll see thank you, Eric. I appreciate that again. I would hate to do this whole thing with, with you guys not seeing it. And probably some of you guys told me in the chat, but I closed my chat down. Oh, Sharonda told me too. Yeah, Sharonda said, and so did Diana. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate you guys. But sometimes it's hard to do chat while you're talking and stuff. So appreciate it. All right, so you click right here where it says get it free. That'll download it for you right there. And then, of course, you can go to Amazon and you can get it for $3.97. They'll send you the paperback, the actual paperback, which is kind of cool. This is the paperback. I mean, it's a real book that you can actually give out to people. You know, this one got kind of wet. Sometimes I use these as drink coasters. Don't do that. All right, so let me go back to. All right, so you can click this button also to download that. It talks about the portal, and this is a video that just kind of walks you through the portal. If you want to know more about what the portal has, because this portal, guys, has a ton of stuff. Like, for example, every single roundtable meetup that we do is archived, so you'll see all of them here. And all you've got to do is click on it, and it'll open right up to that particular training. Okay, so you got all the trainings from this year, from the previous years. You've got master classes that I've done, all of my tools, like my editable seller guide toolkit. That's going to be right here. So you guys can have your own book. Everything that I have, you guys get it for free at Mentorship Masters. So there's a ton of stuff here. And there's a video that kind of walks you through what all you're getting. That's this video right here. Then under that is what we call our secret group. Now that's actually, it says click here to join our secret Facebook group. And you guys know it's actually our workplace group. Okay. So let me, oh, I'm not logged in. Let me see here. Here we go. All right. So workplace is actually created by Facebook. So that's why we call it our secret Facebook group, but that's where we all kind of collaborate and hang out and stuff like that. So make sure if you haven't joined that group yet, you make sure that you're active in there. And also make sure that you also join your state group. okay, with EXP. Very, very important. There's going to be state group. You're going to have a state group, a local group with EXP, and then make sure you join the Mentorship Masters group. A weekly live group coaching call. And that's actually, when we first started doing this, I didn't personally do the live call. That was with Kevin and Fred. Now, Kevin and Fred still do a weekly call, but their call is on Wednesdays. I just happened to start doing one on Thursdays. So now you get 2 calls a week instead of just one, as we originally rolled it out. And then we've got some advanced programs for those of you that want to build a team. Okay, you want to build, you legitimately want to expand or build a team. Well, that's where Kevin and Fred come in, because they have over 40 team members. They sell over 450 homes a year. And if you want to do that kind of volume, they already have created a blueprint for you to do that. So you can have access to that training too. The other thing you'll get is, for those of you that are celebrities, okay, or on the track to become a celebrity, that's an entrepreneur, speaker, a trainer, maybe you're a coach right now, because we've got a lot of people, actually, you'll see in the upcoming months, that are joining us, that are people that are already well known in their field. And so we've got a celebrity agent program just for those individuals. Okay, so that's this video is talking all about that program. So now, your first 30 days, the first thing that you want to do is a short bio. Okay, and this is essentially going to be for your EXP profile. Now, the thing is, when you, like, let's say someone were to just go out to exprealty.com, and let's say they just wanted to find an agent, okay? And let's say I put in, okay, I want to find an agent in Ohio, okay? And so these are the different agents that pop up. Well, when they click on this button right here that says Expert Details, it's going to open up, and then there's going to be a place for you to put in information about yourself, okay? Now, this information is actually added into your enterprise. So when you go to your enterprise, when you log into enterprise, okay, that's the, let me show you that real quick, because I know some of these terms are new for a lot of you guys. So this is what your enterprise dashboard looks like, okay? This is where you could see all things EXP, and you can go to manage your profile. And then when you manage your profile, that's where you can go into, all the information about yourself, okay? You can add your contact information. By the way, you could put your preferred name here, like how do you prefer to show up on the platforms. You can change that. Some of you guys like me, my name is Knolly Alexander Williams Jr. So I just want myself to show up as Knolly Williams. So that's how you can do that. Down here, this will show kind of like your transactions that you've had. And then you could also see, a lot of people don't know where to see where their designated broker is. At the very bottom of here, that's where your designated broker is as well. So this is all the area where you can, also what you want to do is on your active markets, you want to put in what markets that you're active in. It allows you to put up to 5 different markets, and then and so on. If you have different licenses and mentor and all that, that will be there at the bottom of the page as well. Okay. Yeah. So, and then a copy of your ICA, all that stuff is back in here too. So let's get back to this. So the reason why you want to have a professional bio is because you want, when people look you up, they want to read about you. Like if someone were, and by the way, this to me, this would be very important. Like, so you guys already know that a lot of agents, know about me, okay, about Knolly Williams. Now, a lot of agents don't know about me, but a lot do. So if it were me, I would put something in my bio that talked about, being part of one of the most cutting edge EXP group led by Knolly Williams, or my personal mentor is Knolly Williams, or something like that. Why? Because it's a leverage piece. It's something that you could use to leverage. And if I'm an agent and I read that and I say, oh, wait a minute, Mina's personally mentored by Knolly Williams. Well, shoot, I'm not going to have any problem sending her referrals. You see, so anything, and a lot of you guys are just not that savvy at marketing for whatever reason. You haven't studied it, but there's a lot of things that you want to do to leverage yourself, and you want to do that in your bio. So what I say is you create a short bio, and then click here to have your bio professionally edited for $5. Okay, so you click on this button. It's going to open up the person that I personally use to proofread all of my books. Okay, this is the lady that proofread Success with Listings. She proofread Triple My Listings. She proofread my book, The Secret to Knowing God's Will for Your Life, and many other books that I've written and papers that I write. She's a professional proofreader. Okay, now a lot of you guys want to send it to me, and that's cool. I appreciate it. But this lady is a professional proofreader, and that's what she does for a living. She charges $5 to proofread your bio of 500 words. Okay, so I would take advantage of that. She's the one that I personally use. She's got 4.9 rating out of 811 reviews. Okay, and she's right here on Fiverr. Okay, so again, you click this button right here, she'll review your bio, and for $5. Complete your disc profile. Okay, if you haven't done it already, you click this right here. You want to send the results of the PDF to your EXP sponsor. Okay, now the thing is, when you do your disc profile, when you complete it, it's going to give you a report, and make sure that you go through and actually read through that report. Because what I always teach you guys is that you want to lead generate based on your personality profile. Okay, so whatever your profile is, that's how you want to show up to the world, in your lead generation. Okay, so that's a very important concept. I did a whole video training on that. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go back and check out that training, because it's really, really important. So it's important for you to know who you are, okay, and how you show up. So that's the second step that you want to do. All this is being done within your first 7 days, okay? You want to get a professional headshot, okay, high resolution, okay, a good quality, not just a selfie, okay, you want to show the world that they can trust you with their most valuable asset. Just think about it for a minute. When you're asking someone to list their house with you, you're asking them to trust you with their most valuable asset. You're asking them to trust you with their life savings. Okay. Now, I got news for you. Most people don't even trust they wouldn't even trust their own kids with what you're asking them to trust, you with. Their home, they're putting their life savings in your hands. So wouldn't you just owe it to them to come across very professional? I mean, you don't have to wear a suit if that's not you. I mean, I always take my professional shots, and I still have my earring on and my rings on and everything. Be you, but be you in a professional way. Okay, I mean, show up, big time. And also the other thing about how your headshot is that you'll notice that a lot of people at EXP have not even bothered to upload their headshot. Like, look here, add a Roman. Now, how am I going to refer something to her? Okay, or him? I'm not sure. And we're not downing people. We're not talking one way or another about them. I'm just talking about marketing. Okay. There's a couple of books. Let me share these with you. There's a couple books that I bought back in the 90s. One of them is this book right here called The 22 Immutable Laws of Branding. Okay. By Al Ries. Highly recommend. And then there's another one called The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. These are highly recommended books because the way you show up to the world does determine the kind of results that you end up with. Okay, so I'm not going to pick on any of you guys individually. I'm just saying that a lot of people, they really don't do their due diligence when they go to showcase themselves. I mean, it's a lot of work to get a real estate license, and then you're just showing up to the world and saying, please don't hire me. I don't want to be seen. And that's what a lot of people are doing, So again, people they say don't judge a book by its cover, but that's what people do. So we want to have the best cover possible. Then you want to sign up for Workplace. Okay, so we already talked about this, but if you haven't already signed up for Workplace, or you're not active on the Workplace account, you need to be. We also have an app for Workplace. Okay. By the way, this whole portal that I'm showing you guys right now is mobile friendly. Okay, it's mobile friendly. So every single thing in the portal can be accessed from your iPhone. Okay. If you don't have an iPhone, they've got them at the Apple Store. Just kidding, guys. If you got one of those other phones, it'll work on those too. So, so all this stuff is easily accessible anywhere. Okay. Okay. So we talked about this. Okay. So that's what you do in the first 7 days. That's what you're going to focus on. Now, days 8 through 14, that's where you want to join our exclusive secret groups if you haven't already. I know a lot of people get very overwhelmed the first 7 days, so they haven't joined. And so now I've got direct links for the Mentorship Masters secret group and the Exponential Collaboration secret group, which is now called Kevin and Fred. So all you got to do is just click right on that link. If you are a Mentorship Master, you automatically are part of Kevin and Fred's community, and you automatically are part of Jay Kinder, Mike Reese, Brent Gove, and many other people that I've strategically positioned myself under. Okay. So everything just continues to go, and you have that as well. The second thing you want to do is you want to compile/clean up your database. Okay. Let's get you 200 crisp, clean, fresh names in your database. Clean it up. Focus on this days 8 through 14 to clean up your database. Learn SkySlope. Okay, learn SkySlope transaction management system. Okay, I'm going to show you that in a minute. Remind me if I overlook it. You want to order your business cards. Remember, you get 1,000 free cards with EXP. So you're going to get a coupon when you join EXP that comes via email for ordering your first 1,000 business cards absolutely free. And then I have a video here that shows you how to order step by step. And then the other thing you want to do is learn KV Core website and begin learning KV Core, the back end as well. So this video right here shows you how to order your cards. This is a template that we created, which I highly recommend, because it says the Mentorship Masters group of elite agents has sold more than 1,000 homes, and we are confident we can sell yours too. So remember, the fact that you're partnering with me, it's like you're joining a team without having to pay the team split. Okay, it's like you're joining my team without having to pay me 50% split to be on my team, right? So you're still at EXP, and you're sponsored somewhere in our organization, whether you're directly under me, or under someone that's under me, or someone that's under them, or someone that's under them. It does not matter. You get to say, hey, we've sold over 1,000 houses. So that's big. I mean, because that gives you an unfair advantage against many of the other agents that are going after that listing. You can look your seller prospect in the eye and say, look, the group that I'm with, we've sold over 1,000 homes, and I'm confident that we can sell yours too. And just leave it at that. Okay. And then I've got the template. All you got to do is click right here. When you click that, it's going to automatically just download that template. It's high resolution. So when you download it, it's going to be the resolution that you need to use to upload. And of course, the directions on how to do that are all in this video. Very, very simple, step by step. Okay. So let me just show you real quick SkySlope, how to learn SkySlope if you haven't done that already, or even KV Core. Let me go back up here, and there's a tab here called EXP Tools and Resources. See that? And there's one here called SkySlope Training. There's another one called KV Core Training. Now, a lot of this information is available in other places, but what I've done is I've archived everything into the portal so that you don't have to go looking hither and yonder for what you need. It's all right here. So if you click on SkySlope Training, I've gone through tons of SkySlope training. I've even done my own trainings on it. And I've selected some videos that I think are very easy to understand. There's a video right here that's like an hour, and then there's another short video that I created, and then there's a button here that says more SkySlope training that will take you right to SkySlope where the video pages live. Um, and you can go through this guide here as well. But SkySlope is super easy. You'll learn it in 1 hour. Okay, you'll learn it in 1 hour. You'll master it in 2 to 3 hours. Super duper easy. If you want to learn KV Core, you click on this right here where it says KV Core training, and then you're going to see a couple of videos that I recommend that I've watched and I like on how to get started with KV Core. Okay. Now remember, we have people here at EXP that will pimp out your KV Core website for you for a nominal fee. You're talking 200, 300 bucks. If you just don't want to learn this stuff, and I don't blame you if you don't, and you say, look, I just want somebody to do it for me. I want them to build 3 or 4 landing pages, and I want them to just make my KV Core site look legit. I'll just pay you 200 bucks, 250, 300, whatever it is. It's not going to be more than that. And they will do that for you if you choose to go that route. So if you need help with that, just let us know on the workplace group, and we'll let you know who we've got a couple of resources for that. Now let's get into today's let me just see if you guys have any chat stuff. Judy says, you're awesome, Knolly. You're awesome, Judy. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to leave my chat open. Rebecca says one day we can create our own mentorship master's book. You know, that's a great comment, because what I thought of, so this is the Mentorship Master's Manual, okay? So what I thought about was, wouldn't it be great if you guys could have your own Mentorship Master's Manual that you could hand out to people? This is super easy to do. If you guys want me to go down that road, I can. All I would do is just share with you it's done in Microsoft Word. So we just give you the editable file. You have these printed at a company called lulu.com, lulu.com. And it's super easy. I mean, it's super duper simple. Now, what I've done with this one is, and I'm actually going to do it even more on the next edition that comes out in a few weeks, is I've tried to not make it all about me. Now, I get it. My big old mugshots on the front of this. But I've tried to make it somewhat vanilla. In other words, when they read this, when anybody's reading this, they're reading it as the potentiality of joining Mentorship Masters under any master. So in order to join Mentorship Masters, you have to be invited by another master. Okay. You can't just join, say, hey, I'm here at EXP and I want to join. Well, it doesn't work like that. You and I know it doesn't work that way. So I had one guy actually told me, and this was kind of funny, but he's in our group now, but he actually sat down with someone, and that person told him that, no, if you join us, you're still going to get Mentorship Masters. It's like, nah, dude, that doesn't work that way, because, the way EXP operates, this is our revenue share group at EXP, so we can't even do that. Now, I give away a ton of stuff for free. You guys know I'm going to do that till the cows come home, but Mentorship Masters is ours. Yeah, lulu.com. Let me show you guys. Let me share my screen again. So if you go to, this is where I like to get my books printed. It's called Lulu, lulu.com. And then let me see here. Let me go to their main. You don't necessarily want to publish the book, but you do want to click print your book, and then you create an account. You log in. Invalid. Anyway, I don't know how to get in here, but you create an account, and it's super. Let me just show you real quick how easy it is. So for book pricing, let's say you select the kind of book you want. You want a print book, and then you want to. It's going to be a 5.5 by 8.5. It's going to be. Let me see how many pages this is. It's 54 pages. And it's going to be black and white standard, and the paper type is going to be 60-pound white, and it's going to be paperback, and it's going to be glossy finish on the cover. So you can see right there, I'm at $2.62 a book. Okay. And Lulu always has all kinds of discounts. So I guarantee you by the time I check out and everything, I'm going to get like a 15% coupon or something like that. So again, it's not difficult to do this. And I've done most of it for you. Okay. So let's talk about days 15 through 30. And then I'm going to open it up for any other questions you guys have. So now that you're 2 weeks in, and I realize this is a lot of work that you guys are doing um, during your first 15 days, but instead of having you scattered and doing all this other stuff, um, I try to piecemeal it out, because what will happen is if you don't get some of this stuff done early on, you're going to have to go backfill and do it later. That's the reason why I talk to many of you and you're like, hey, I got a listing appointment tomorrow and I haven't put together my pre-listing package. Well, that's one of the things you want to start doing early. All right, so days 15 through 30. You want to complete your database and you want to send your just joined EXP announcement letter to your database. Yes, you want to do that, okay? You click here, you're going to get a Word template. And that's going to be exactly what you say. Dear family and friends, I'm writing to let you know some exciting news. I've joined the Mentorship Masters Real Estate Group at eXp Realty, where I'm happy to serve as your realtor. Together, our group has sold more than 1,000 houses, and I'm confident we can help you and those you love with your next real estate transaction, and so on. Okay, so you edit this, make it your own, make it look like how you want it to look. Boom, you've already got your own your own letter to send out to people. Okay, so that's also in Microsoft Word, and I think that's in Word. That should be in Microsoft Word. Let me just double check it real quick. And if you guys ever see anything that is off in the portal, let me know, because 100% of everything in the portal was me personally put there by me. There's nobody on my staff, nobody on my team that knows how to work ClickFunnels the way I do, which is the system that I used to build all these pages. So every video, every training, every page, every graphic, every image, every word in this portal was put there by me personally. Okay, so you can see I've spent hundreds of hours putting this together because I want you to succeed. Personal time that I've done. So if you ever see anything that's not quite right, you can blame me, because I'm the one that put it there. And sometimes it's not quite right. So in this case, I'm just trying to see. Yeah, that is a Word document. Yeah, just want to make sure it wasn't a PDF. Sometimes I'll link it to the wrong, doc or whatever. Okay, so but I do a lot of testing back and forth. Remember, I was at 12 years old. I was going to school to become a computer programmer. That's when I was 12 years old. So I'm a nerd, guys. This is the kind of stuff I love to do. So you want to leverage and take advantage of the fact that I like doing this kind of stuff. All right, so begin executing your monthly activity plan. That means that you want to read chapters 1 through 10 of Success with Listings. Okay. In days 15 through 30, you want to read the first 10 chapters. You do not have to read any of the rest of that book. It's 25 chapters, but you only have to read the first 10 chapters. The rest of the chapters are guiding you through a real estate transaction when you're when you're doing a transaction. Okay. So you don't have to skip ahead and read those. Design and order your yard sign. Okay. To design our yard sign and email letterhead, go to the Mentorship Masters Info tab, how to design your yard sign. Okay. Let me just show you that real quick.
Okay, please stop.
What's that, Eric?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. No worries. So what you're going to do is go to right here, Mentorship Masters Info, and it's going to be right here. Look, how to design your yard sign and email letterhead. Okay. So this is a video that walks you through how to order your yard sign. Now, if you want to, and this is on the orientation video, so I won't go through it here, but we have a link so that you can just click on this link right here, and you can build out your sign using Canva. Okay, there's, oh, look at Ivan, there he is. Um, so you can build that out, and you could also build out your email signature, using Canva as well. Very, very, very simple software to use. Easy, easy peasy. Okay. If you get stuck with any of this stuff, guys, if you get stuck, reach out to Chris. That's what he's there for. Bug the heck out of that boy. That's why he's there. All right. So let's look at, okay. So then you want to design and order your yard sign. We covered that. Then you want to team up with an accountability partner. Okay. Accountability partner. So I did a whole video on the accountability partner program. It's pretty lengthy, but I recommend you watch this video here, and then also watch the other video. You can post in the workplace group, hey, I'm looking for an accountability partner, but you want to make sure you have an accountability partner in place within your first 30 days. Okay. So this is all the stuff that you're going to be doing. This is your first 30 days at Mentorship Masters. Follow the checklist, guys. Don't get derailed. Don't get off track. Follow the recommended, because if you do the right things in the wrong order, you're not going to get the kind of success that you want. All right. So that was a lot to run through. And now what I want to do is get any questions answered that you guys have. If you have any, I mean, maybe it was pretty clear. Eric, you were asking about having assistant log on access. So I have assistants. I'll just say this. I have assistants that work for me. Most of them are in the Philippines. Okay. And they access all my stuff. Okay. So when I need help, I just get them. I'm like, hey, now you have to have people you trust.
Right.
It's very, very important to understand this. You have to have people that you trust. And that's the reason why a lot of people will go out and get a off the shelf VA. But I don't do that. Now, unless it's somebody that you personally know and trust, like I use a company called My Outdesk. Now, there's other companies that are great, but what My Outdesk does, they do a background check, they do a criminal check on their people. Most of the people that they hire have degrees. I'll say that all the people that work for me are higher degree than I am. Okay, they have master's degrees, business degrees, and all this. And so they provide medical care for their people that get dental care. So this is the kind of thing that when you're in the Philippines and you work for a company like this, and by the way, they interview 100 applicants to hire one person. Okay. So again, you're talking cream of the crop type people that they're hiring, and you're never going to want to not have that job. Okay. Now, if you just go to, some of these websites, I won't name them, but you just go to a website, find a VA. I mean, I've heard stories. The guy could be, you're talking to him one day, and the next day, you never hear from him again. He's got all your access information, your credit, your stuff, everything. So I don't do it that way. It's up to you guys with your comfort level. Noemi on my team has been with me for 6 years, going on 7 years. Chris has been with me. Actually, Noemi's been with me for 7 years. Chris has been with me for 6 years. 6 years. Okay, and he does a lot of stuff for me. He works for me full time. Paul's been with me a little over a year. So I've got 3 VAs, and they've all been with me for multiple years. And I trust them with all my credentials. So now there are some accounts that you can give them like a sub user, like Rebecca's saying, check out moresolds.com. That's my CRM that I created for the Knolly team back in the day. And now we make it available for free. And on More Solds, you can actually give like administrator access to people to where they can't, you can kick them off when you need to. So a lot of you guys are saying love More Solds. Yeah, we are working on the app for More Solds. It's already been paid for. The app has already been budgeted and paid. We're just doing the final finishing touches on it. Yeah, so let me see. Deborah's saying, what marketing company would you suggest? Marketing company to that. So what I've done is I've created, it depends on what you want to do. So I have a list of what I call resources. So my resource list are all the different trades that I personally recommend to do the different things that I write about in Success with Listings. So when you look at Success with Listings, you go to the chapter where I talk about my marketing plan. And if you go to the portal, you'll find a list of all the companies that I recommend. Like if you're going to send out just listed cards, or if you're going to do this or that, whatever it is, I list different companies. But I think you might be talking about overall marketing, maybe internet marketing, Rebecca. I'm not sure. Not Rebecca. That's Deb Gilliam. As far as what marketing, I mean, I do my own marketing and branding. So um, I what I do recommend is that you guys study the marketing game. Okay, so even if you're not marketers, you should be. I think that's a great question. So let me show you. I've got tons of books on this, but you should be reading books like Expert Secrets. Okay, even if you don't consider yourself much of a marketer, you want to know the game, because when you outsource marketing to someone else, you need to make sure that they know what they're doing, and you're just not putting the fate of your success in their hands. .com Secrets is another great book that I really love, and then this one right here, Building an Empire. Um, this is about building a network marketing business, but I like it because I've become a big recruiter. Okay, and so he's got a lot of great strategies in here. That's Brian Carruthers, and all of us that are serious here at EXP about building our wealth have read this book right here. So, and it's in Audible too. But when you read books like this, you start to learn how to do good marketing. Another good book that I like is my buddy Pat Hyben wrote a book called Six Steps to Seven Figures. And he talks how he became the number one Keller Williams agent in the world, okay, after leaving Remax, where he was the number one Remax agent in the world, okay? You want to know how to do it? It's right here, right there. So a lot of this stuff has come very cheap. You can learn how to do all this stuff. It's not hard. Oh, social media. Um, there are a lot of good social media marketers out there. So in our own group, we got Bryant Matus. He's an excellent social media marketer. So I would say anybody that you're thinking about bringing on, maybe just shoot their information to Bryant, let him check them out. He'll do it as a favor. Just tell him, hey, Knolly asked me to as a favor, and he'll check them out and let you know if they're legit, because he's not really doing a lot of that one-on-one anymore. He has a package where he teaches you how to do it, or you could hire somebody on your team. What I do is I basically teach my admin people how to do social media, or I have somebody teach them. I pay somebody to teach them, and then they do it for me. And so I'm not paying those big ticket prices all the time, because once you've learned how to do it, it's not that difficult. Okay, any other questions that you guys have for me? I'm just reading through these. Yeah, you're asking Eric about now. I was able to. Eric is asking about how to give like admin access to Enterprise. Enterprise does not have a built-in functionality for that. In other words, they don't have like different levels where you can have like sub users and things like that. It's just not there. And so when we had Patty Lynn was basically became an administrator of my group at EXP. So they gave her administrative access with her own username and password. Now, what I was told by several people was that this was never done. They had never done it for anybody else ever. And this was like a Knolly thing. And so they didn't want the word to really get out that they would even do such a thing. Okay. So that's why we just really didn't, it was like, okay, I get it.
Really, what I'm asking for is Renat, giving him access to Enterprise, and KB Core is okay then to do then.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a business partner and you're
Yeah.
okay with them looking at your back behind the scenes information, and they're your admin, which all my business partners, even my admin people, I call them business partners. It's not I don't know that it's against our policies for you to do that. I've never heard that. If they're on if they're partnered with you. Uh, somebody says, if you do not trust your assistant, you should probably hire another one. You know, trust is a funny thing. And those of us that have been burned, raise your hand if you've been burned by somebody. That's the reason why I think when Mina came over, she was like, Knolly, okay, you're telling me all this stuff you're going to do. Are you really going to do it? Because everybody's made me all these promises and everything. And I'm like, Mina, I'm there with you. I've been there, done that. People have made me tons of promises. They don't keep I get that, but I'm not that guy. And so what I like to do is under promise and over deliver. So you'll always notice that I'm telling you, hey, you're going to get all this. But then when you join, you're like, man, I get all that too. Yeah, you get that too. Didn't tell you you're going to get it, but you got it. Yeah, you can't give them access to the board. Rebecca's making that clarity. So like and that's just money, right? Because MLS, they're like, we want to get our chips, right? So I cannot give my assistant, say, you can't give them access to MLS and things, but you can make them an administrator through MLS if they pay those dues. You know, y'all know how the mafia, I mean, the MLS is. So we got to play the game right there. Yeah, I get that. So, hey, I love you guys. If y'all have, we're just having fun at this point. So if you guys have, I respect your time. I know that you carved out an hour to hang out with me, and I appreciate that. If y'all have any other questions for me, feel free to put those into Workplace. I'm trying to get it to where we communicate more in Workplace, even with Workplace chat, because that way I don't have to go check my text messages, Workplace, Messenger. Oh, you send it through Viber, or no, you're using chat or WhatsApp or what? No. Just send it to me through Workplace, and we got it all right there. The other thing I just want to make sure you guys know is that you can use your phone for the Mentorship Masters portal, but it's there's a little trick to it. I want to show you this real quick. So I'm in the Mentorship Masters portal. See, I just logged in. And now the trick is when you click on something, like let's say I want to click on your first 30 days. I know my lighting is here. Let me change this. I got all these heavy lights on me here. Come on, camera. All right. Well, I'm just gonna click on something. So I'm clicking on your first 30 days. Now, even though I've got that your first 30 days clicked, okay, I did click on it. You're like, well, where is it? I don't see it. What you've got to do is you've got to scroll all the way to the bottom, because basically what happens is instead of it opening up on the side of the screen, it opens up on the bottom of the screen, you know, of the page, just because of the orientation of the phone. So that's just a trick. So you can access anything on your phone. The videos will play. You can download stuff. You can do all that stuff right there on your smartphone, but instead of it showing up to the side, it shows at the bottom. Hey, love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Hey, unmute yourself. Let me hear you. Show some love.
Hey, thanks, Uncle Knolly.
Yeah.
Everybody have a successful week.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Have a productive day.
Nice seeing you, brother.
See you later on.